Yes, please.
Firstly, guys, unlucky with the result. Gonzalo, talk us through what's your thoughts on the line-outs that the Springboks did to score that try, the more try, and that quick kick-off, short restart. And what are your thoughts on the shenanigans that we had today?
Yeah, good evening. No, I said not lucky today. No, there was nothing concerning luck today. The best team on the pitch won and won correctly the game. Concerning the try, I think they always have some pretty nice strikes from line out in that zone. I will be preparing for. In that zone, there's always something a bit special, different, innovative to surprise the opposition. They tried this mole from second phase. It's a good idea because you have to react super quickly to sack it directly. Because as soon as the mole is formed, if you take it down, you are collapsing a mole. So that's what they achieved. I think they wanted to maul us all the way to the angle, but we were penalized. So I think it's just part of the really good work they do to have always be one step in front of the other teams concerning innovation and good ideas, and they have the players for it and the staff for it. There's a lot of people in the staff thinking and preparing the games, and they have an amazing quantity and quality of players, so they do it. As Niccolò, we had a couple of good moves today, but as you know, unfortunately we couldn't have our lineouts. They put a lot of pressure on us. Concerning the first action, I prefer not to do any comments because I was really surprised. I didn't take it really well. I think they can beat us without needing to do this kind of tactics. I don't have a clue. I think we were these last couple of weeks extremely respectful, aware of with a lot of humility coming to the ground, the land of the world champions, deserved double world champions, land of rugby, a land where we get inspired by, not from today, but I came here first time in 94, 96, 97, 98 with my province, with my club, so many times with the national team or coaching. And I love coming to South Africa because it's one of those countries where when you're a rugby fan, it's so nice to be here. So we know that when they prepared this game, they were decided to dominate us and show that why they are the first team in the world and we are not, especially with some experienced players less. But I was surprised because I don't know if it's something we did or said that created that first move, but I would only say I was really surprised because I think they didn't need to do that to beat us or to show us anything. But it's part of their story, and it doesn't concern us to analyze it.
So how does this loss impact the next game?
Excuse me?
How does this loss impact your next game, which is next week?
No, luckily we finished the tour today. Unluckily, because we would love to play next week, but it doesn't impact our next week because as a national team we are playing back first weekend of November against Australia at home and South Africa second game. But South Africa is playing next week with Georgia, but today we finish our season.
Niccolò, just for you, in terms of the Springboks and their defensive effort, how difficult was it for you guys? Obviously wanting to convert into points, but just not being able to break that defense and score any points?
Yeah, it was difficult not score, finish the score with 0 points. We prepared this game differently, but this is the reality. South Africa play better than us, and this is the result. I'm very proud of my team, and we will move forward for November.
Coach, you came to the tour with a largely depleted squad due to the number of injuries you had to the more experienced guys. You will be seeing the Springboks again later on this year at your own home ground. What do those conversations now look like after today, considering the great performance that you had despite the loss last week? What do those conversations now look like, especially with the younger guys? Because Italy has a great group of young players coming up from the age group levels, and they showed the Springboks last week what they can do, in as much as today did not go so well. What do those conversations look like with the experienced guys you have, but mostly the younger players leading into later on this year?
Yeah, it's the goal of this tour was, honestly, a lot tell me like, it sounds like we had a strategy, we had a choice. For me, for this tour, we didn't have really a choice. We need to think on the future, on 2027, the World Cup especially. Since I'm here with the group, almost didn't change a lot. We needed to use the summer tour to rest some players that needed to rest and to see other options, to give the chance to new players. In that sense, this was a really successful tour, regardless of today's score and performance, because I think we brought in, and a lot of players learned a lot of players showed themselves that they are close to this level. Some of them realize that maybe they are a bit further off this level. So the conversations for the future look like what we wanted, that no one in the squad can think that they own the jersey. We have a lot of players that have a lot of experience and that they play well and they deserve to gain more caps. But now what we want is to have a bit more competition, more options, have a more depth in our squad. And well, it was tough because you do it in going to the land of the best team in the world. But the conversations are about, I think we achieved what we wanted on this tour.
That's one in English, and then we start with the press conference in Italian. Thank you.
Good. What for you was the difference between last week's performance and this week's performance for you?
No, I think a bit of both. I think maybe last week we surprised a bit South Africa with not the physicality, but with the pressure we were able to put in the breakdown, with the pressure we could put in the air on the line out, in second half the capacity of taking some initiatives, of carrying the ball, of just playing the best rugby we could. And I think South Africa was not at their best, and we did a proper or a correct performance. And I think this time South Africa showed up. I think that game they were frustrated with last week. They prepared this game with a lot of intensity and intention, and I think they prepared to show us that there's a big difference between both teams. And so they were really fired up, and they prepared really well the game. And on the other hand, we had a much more poor performance than last week. We couldn't find solutions to their defense on lineouts. We couldn't find solutions to their defense all over the park, to the pressure they put, and we struggled to have possession, to propose something of what we prepared for this game. So I think they really lift up their performance, and we dropped a little bit ours. And I think that's a big difference. But we didn't lie to ourselves last week or before coming. We knew that we were playing the best team in the world at home. The crowd was incredible too. Everything is organized really well, because you have those fireworks, music, and the crowd. So you get all that noise and atmosphere that doesn't let you get back into the game and focus. So it was amazingly, I think, managed by South Africa. and that explains the difference. I'm frustrated with the first half because I think we could do better. In the second, no line out, no area, no balls in there. We lost every line out, we lost every high ball. We did 19 penalties in total, so it was really tough.